If you're always looking for that perfect detail brush that will not dry out midway through your stroke, then I have good news for you today. This little brush is a bit strange in its appearance, but it's quite genius in its design, and I'm going to show you how to use it today. Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Teresa. I'm a surface pattern designer and watercolor artist. So what is this magical brush? Well, this is called an extended point brush, and I'll get it wet in a minute, but I want to show you that the center bristles are longer than the ones that go around the outside, and that's to make this part really plump, that it will hold a lot of moisture. So you're actually working with the longer center pieces, but this is feeding more water and pigment the whole way through your stroke, so you don't run out as much. So this is fantastic. I will show you this in just a moment. This came from Rosemary and Company. So if you've never heard of Rosemary and Company, they're in England, and they will send you this catalog for free. This is Rosemary, and they have an extraordinary collection of brushes. And in the back, they even show you what kind of strokes different brushes make. So let's go this way so the light will hit it. So as you see, they're all divided into the type of hair they are, whether it's squirrel or sable or synthetic or whatever. And then you can see, you know, all their collection, which is really amazing. And they are so affordable. You guys, I cannot believe, I mean, even with shipping them over here to the US, so affordable. So with the free catalog, I mean, I'm in love with this company now. I cannot wait to get more of these, of their brushes. So anyway, let's try it out and I'll show you what I mean. So we want to be sure to load the brush really well. So put the whole brush down in your pigment, and you really want it pretty watery. If it's too thick, then it won't saturate the bristles enough, but you don't want it dripping. So I'm just going to kind of touch it a little bit to get that not so drippy. So it's really heavily saturated here and not as much there. So I'm going to just sketch something very simple. I'm not really trying to be too perfect. We're just going to sketch something out here, and we're going to see how far can I go without reloading the brush. So let's just, it doesn't really look like a daisy, but that's okay. That was just inspiration for the moment. And I'm even going to do not just detail, but some thicker lines, which is going to use up our pigment in the belly a lot faster, but that's okay because I have plenty to play with. I have not reloaded yet. I mean, look at that. That is a lot of pigment. Okay, I didn't get that one very nice. It's kind of messy, but You get the idea. I mean, look how much pigment there is. Let's do another solid one here. Maybe a solid one there. I mean, it is still working. Isn't that amazing? I think that's just truly amazing. For a detail brush, I mean, look at these thin strokes, thick strokes. I mean, I'm gonna use this instead of a quill brush from now on. I mean, I could play with this all day. Look at that. That's amazing to me. I mean, I still have plenty. Let's just add another flower. I'll put another one over here, a smaller one. I feel kind of awkward because I'm working around my tripod, so I can't really reach the paper very well. That's pretty messy, but you get the idea. I mean, it is still going. Let's see, how much more can we get? I mean, it is not running out. It's not even thinking about running out. It's kind of getting spotty in some places sometimes just because I'm not holding it to the paper very well. Oops, sorry. You see how much more is still in the belly? Again, that's partly my fault. See, there's still plenty. I don't know when it's going to stop. That's amazing with just loading your brush one time. That's amazing to me. I really have 3 big tips to give you in order to get the most from this brush. The first tip was what I talked about before, about be sure that you saturate your whole brush, not just that tip. So we've already talked about that one. The second big tip is the way that you hold your brush. Now, here I've been holding it pretty much at an angle, especially because I'm working at an awkward position to my paper. So I was really holding it more at about a 45-degree angle, and it's skipping a lot. But if you hold it straight up and down, then that belly of the brush can really feed the tip better and keep your pigment flowing. Then the third big tip is to keep your pigment liquidy. So, you just have to determine how much pigment do you want on your paper, how thick you want it. But in order for this brush to work well, you want it liquid, not creamy. When it's creamy, like this is getting creamy here, it just doesn't want to flow as well because it's thicker, right? So keep it very liquid and it will flow really well.
See these thick lines that I'm using here? I really wouldn't use this brush in that way. My pigment's real thick. At the moment, I need to add more water, but especially using my whole brush, that is a waste of your watercolor. So I really would not do that. If you want thick lines with this brush, that's fine. Just make sure that it's very liquidy. I really did paint with this too long without adding more water. Now, I also forgot to tell you that I purchased this brush with my own money. Rosemary and Company did not send me anything. You know, they've not asked me to do this review. But when I found this brush and fell in love with it, I thought I absolutely have to tell y'all about this. It's lovely, and I've heard really good things about all of their brushes, so I do plan on getting more and trying those out, so I'll keep you in tune to that. I just wanted to make sure you knew that this is not a sponsored video. You know, I was just hoping that maybe this will be a good brush resource for you too.
Well, I hope that was useful for you today. If so, please give me a thumbs up to let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I have a lot more really great watercolor videos coming up soon. Thanks so much, and see you soon.